Hello, and welcome to the mothership. These are the voyages of the Star Trek. Up yours, motherfuckers. No, not you guys. You guys are cool. I'm just being combative this morning. I do not know why. I woke up in a bit of a... Hold on, I can't find this guy now. Thank you for joining us on this special pickup video. I might phase out the Mail runs because even though everyone's hardcore Star Wars fans, and I wanted to have a cute name for my mail calls or whatever. No, I don't. It's not. They're not getting views. But if you write pickups, hey man, I got some pickups. Then you'll get views. So we will still call these mail runs, but that'll just be between you and me, I guess. But look, I'm gonna. Is this possible? Do you see this guy on Instagram? CHASEIS Drawing. Do you see that? Oh, wow. Anyway, his name is CHASEIS. CHASEIS. Now, unless that's some sort of like Australian word I don't understand. There you go. And as you can see, he's followed by a couple people we know down here. But this episode is brought to you by Jack. I think his name's Jack. Hope he doesn't mind me saying that. But y'all follow him on Instagram. He does some pretty fucking... he does some pretty amazing drawings. I'm for any drawing with boobs in it. Can you show that? This is art. So I'm sure I can show that on YouTube, right? Have y'all seen naked yoga? Look at this awesome Kurt Russell from Tombstone. Anyway, y'all go follow CHASEIS Drawing, okay? I don't know if I'm saying that right. I'm sorry. I don't read good. I guess. I don't know. I think I actually read fairly well. It's just the English language. I do take a lot of shit literal, so it's very hard. It was very hard to teach me that. But anyway, look. So this came all the way from CHASEIS Drawings. Mr. Jack. I'm going to call him Jack because that's what I know him as. Jack. But he drew this. Look at this, you guys. Hold on, my big ugly hands are ruining the photo, the drawing here. Look at this. Get a little glare off of it. Maybe turn it where it's not. Look at this. Motherfucking how cool is that? And I believe this is like a 4x6 piece of paper, right? Me and my old lady just had an argument over. Yeah, this is 4x6, right? So me and my old lady just tried to buy some frames that were 4x6, and I said, no, those pictures you have are 5x7. And she was like, how do you know? And I said, well, because fucking photos come in standard sizes, you know what I mean? So, like, the smallest ones, unless you... Right? There's 3x5s. Or, I think that's what this is. This is a 3x... Whatever. I don't know what this is. I don't think it's a 5x7, though. No, it's not. This is a 4x6. My old lady tried to buy 4x6s, and she plainly had 5x7s. But look at this awesome fucking hand-drawn pencil drawing of the Duke. And those of you out there who are real John Wayne fans, I don't know which ones of you who out there really is. But, there's really only one movie where John Wayne had his hat turned up like that. Do you know what it is? I know what it is. Do you? Do you? We don't need to make a game out of it, because I really want to tell you what movie it is, but y'all know, right? There's only one movie No, I take that back. He wore that hat in one other movie, but only for like a scene. It was for... Oh! He also wore this hat in the... with Raquel Welch. My bad. My bad. What was that movie where him and Raquel Welch were lost in the fucking desert? He wore that hat. He wore that hat in that movie too. This, I believe, though, this is supposed to obviously be a rendition of from the movie Rio Bravo with Dean Martin and what's his name? Ricky Nelson. Ricky Nelson, yeah. Not to be confused with Fabio, who was the kid who looks almost just like Ricky Nelson, except he's a little thicker in the chest in North to Alaska, which is a pretty fucking good movie. Very inaccurate as far as Alaska goes, but you know, we'll I don't know. I'll cut him slack because it's John Wayne, but yeah, look at this fucking cool drawing. Excuse me. I'm still trying to get over this cold. Isn't this beautiful though? Isn't that fucking amazing? So this is like Art Week here on the mothership, because we can't. Oh, that's right. I put that in a file, and it's over there. I was going to show you the other artwork that came in the other day, but I put it away, and y'all saw that video, so it's okay. But yeah, this is like fucking Art Week on the mothership. Australian Jack? I'm pretty sure he's from Australia. I asked him if he's from Australia before I made this video, but he didn't answer me. But he's from down there. I don't think he's a New Zealander. I think he's an Australian. None of that really matters, I guess, unless you... I mean, you know, unless you're fucking shipping stuff back and forth, I guess it doesn't matter. But y'all check him out on Instagram. A very, very talented young man. I say young man, he's probably older than me. I really don't know. I call everybody young man because everybody likes being called that. Good day to you, young man. But anyway, look at this. Fucking John Wayne. The fucking Duke. The Duke. Since we're sitting here talking about the Duke, check this out. Can you see it without? Okay, that's fairly. How about that? This isn't gonna work, but look at that. You can see Super John's thing in the. Oh, there it is. Check out this John Wayne. I got this poster when I was probably. Man, I don't know. I had to have been 6 or 7 years old. I got that poster for my 6th or 7th birthday from my mother's friends, Jay and Marjana. And I don't know where they are now or if they're still alive or anything. But when I was 7 years old, I was in love with Marjana. She was so sexy. She was my mom's friend. I don't know. Everybody else did that too, right? I don't know. I have problems. Let's not make it about fucking lax fucking bullshit. John Wayne, the Duke. Well, he must truly be the Son of God. Pilgrim. We've definitely entered the generations of anti-John Wayne, which makes no sense. And everybody tells me John Wayne was a racist. Against who? Against who? I'd like to know that. I mean, I just want to know. Because I tell you what, the last time somebody told me somebody was a racist, I asked the person, I said, "Oh my God, really? They're a racist? Why? What happened?" And the person looked at me and they said, "Oh, he's a racist." And I said, "Oh no, okay." I said, I heard you, but so like, what did he do? What happened?" And like, we're not even talking about probably like the person that you think we're talking about. Like, we're not talking about the last president. This actually has nothing to do with that. Though I don't know. But this conversation actually had nothing to do with that. It's had to do with a completely different individual. But they said, oh, he's a racist. And I said, oh, okay, fuck yeah, what happened? And they said, no, you don't understand, he's a racist. And I said, no, I speak in English. I speak into English. I understand what you just said. I understand that. But what I'm saying is like, you know, did they catch him at a Klan meeting? Or like, did they have him on tape saying something? Like, did he have a press conference I didn't know about and he said, I'm a racist? You know, I don't know. So I kept asking them why their statement was true. And you know what? By the time the conversation was over, I was a racist. Isn't that strange? So, I don't know. Hard to talk to people these days, ain't it, y'all? Hard to talk to some people. I don't know. John Wayne probably wouldn't have put up with that fucking shit, would he? I don't know what he would have done about it. You know what my New Year's resolution is now, actually? And I just decided I am going to be more like John. I don't know. It's time. I don't give a fuck about what any of y'all are doing. Not y'all, you know, because y'all are my friends and family, but, like, I don't got to convince nobody of nothing anymore. Let's start that revolution. You know, let's go back to the old days, right? Let's fucking tighten up our noose of friends, and let's decide that just we don't got to convince other motherfuckers our opinions are right. That's what I'm going to do. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck anymore. I love who I love, and I'm glad that y'all are here, and fucking the rest of them can go fucking pound sand, am I right? I think that's what John Wayne would say about it. That's a fucking great, if y'all ever want to talk, I have some movie trailers on my playlists that are not John Wayne westerns. You know, John Wayne might have been a western guy, but like his westerns are their own thing, you know. John Wayne was a national treasure. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I mean, you know what I mean? Y'all can fucking, I don't even understand it. I worked in Iowa. I don't remember what year it was, but I can figure it out because I worked in Iowa and went to Winterset, Iowa on John Wayne's 100th birthday. Now that means something because John Wayne was born, I don't remember the days, I'm sorry. But he was born in Winterset, Iowa in 1900 something. But I was there at his house on his 100th birthday. It was a big fucking party. And I saw his son. I think both his sons were there. But the only one I didn't know Michael that well. I didn't really, but I knew Ethan from all the movies, right? But the only movie Michael was from was Big Jake, and he was a kid. But anyway, I know y'all ain't watching this, but man, I mean, I was even fucking raised by natives, you know, and like John Wayne is a fucking big deal, even in Alaska, dude. And like, there's a lot of natives now that are raised anti-John Wayne. With, you know, like Smoke Signals gets anti-John Wayne, but you know, the old Indians liked John Wayne because John Wayne always fucking respected him. And the only movie where he was really mad at him was The Searchers. And there was like that was the whole point of that movie, right? The whole point of that movie is that John Wayne's character thought he was better than the savages, but by the time it was over, he was just a savage. Right, so there's like a fucking point to it. Nobody is fucking understanding these things anymore, you know. Anyway, hey, shout out to Gilster37. How are you doing, my brother? You're probably at work right now. That fucking sucks. Get those tacos some gringos. No, get those gringos some tacos. I said that's the slogan of his restaurant, so y'all don't fucking call me fucking racist or whatever the fuck, you know? That's the slogan to fucking Gilster's Mexican restaurant that he works at. Get those gringos a taco. That's what it is. I said get those tacos a gringo. You might want to do that too, I really don't know. This has gone on long enough. Thank you for joining us. And hey, Jack, fucking John Wayne, man. John Wayne's fucking awesome. John Wayne is fucking cool. More John Wayne movies in schools. There is nothing that a John Wayne movie ever fucking taught anybody that you don't want your fucking kids to know. Do you dig what I'm saying? John Wayne movies are all the things that you can fucking talk shit about them being, but they are true, they're fucking honest, and they're basically like the fucking, they're a pretty good instruction manual. So, like, if you don't have time to teach your fucking kids anything, watch a John Wayne movie, because if they grow up and turn out like John Wayne was in his movies, it's not a bad thing. Way worse fucking role models out there, and you know that. This has been General Lax Sivrak. Whoa, something just fell. Did y'all hear that? This has been General Lax Sivrak signing out, saying, I don't even know. But together, we will defeat evil. I know we will. Don't fucking give up on me, you guys. Love y'all.